Hello Blue Carbon Toolkit user, we will be going over the following example. How can you use a toolkit as a project manager in Ecuador with the objective of conducting a carbon stock assessment project on mangroves in your local field sites? The toolkit is designed to provide information and resources for people interested in blue carbon work. The toolkit provides information in areas such as blue carbon science, financing, policy, and capacity building. Go to the URL which has been provided to you by the Toolkit Site Manager. This will take you to the Google Drive, where you can log in using the username and password provided to you. Once you have logged in, you will see two folders. Click on the second folder entitled Blue Carbon Toolkit. Scroll past all the folders to the bottom where there's a green and white icon entitled Toolkit. This takes you to an Excel spreadsheet. Depending on what question you are asking, you can use this sheet in a variety of ways. We will quickly go over what all the different columns mean and do an example.
The first column is ecosystem type. If you click on the drop-down arrow, you can see the different options and use a filter or type in a keyword. The second column is a relevant project step. Again, you can click on the drop-down arrow to view the available options. The third column is the intended audience. You can filter by the arrow like the previous two columns.
The next column is a resource. Before you decide if you want to download that resource, you can look at things such as the abstract, keywords, date, region, etc. There is also a column for type of publication. The resource title is hyperlinked, so if you click on the title, it'll open the resource for you, which is available in Google Drive. Now that you have an idea of what is in the sheet, let's do an example. Let's look at Ecuador. We identified that project managers might want to find a resource about mangroves in Ecuador, specifically a peer-reviewed journal about carbon stock assessment methodology. I would use the filter column to narrow down my option. Let's filter by ecosystem type, mangrove and multiple, relevant project step to methods, and audience type to project manager. I could also filter by keyword, source, or region, but let's see what this gives us first. I have decided to go by type of publication as well to peer-reviewed journal. You can see that this brings us to 4 articles. These are intended for project managers in regard to mangroves or multiple coastal ecosystems, specifically focusing on methods. Let's quickly look to see if this is what we want. To do this, we can skim the key words. The first one has to do with mangroves, but the methods aren't carbon stock assessments.
We should use a find function to type in carbon stocks.
As you can see, this points out which resources have to do with carbon stock assessments. We know that we have chosen a peer-reviewed journal article, but let's see if it is in open access. This one is not. If you have been given permission to use the toolkit, you will be able to access the article, but it cannot be disseminated further. There is also a user comment function, but that will be explained later. Now click on the resource title and begin reading the article. Before you download the resource, you have the option to read the abstract and make sure it is what you are looking for. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.